What's up, fellas? Had a loyal patron supporter that wanted me to talk about how to know if you have a good mouthpiece. Basically, he want to know how you can rate your mouthpiece. Okay, guys, this one is a little tricky because it's like this, guys. A woman's attraction to you is greatly going to influence your mouthpiece. And this is because when a woman is attracted to you and is showing that attraction, you act more confident. When a woman is kind of there and kind of indifferent, the way you started being like, oh shit, I'm losing her, doctor, I'm losing her. Y'all ever seen one of them movies where the doctor is like shocking the chest and then it's like, oh, we losing them. That's how it is when you're on a date with a woman who got low attraction to you. Your conversation just doesn't flow as easy because her attraction greatly influences your confidence. Now, I know we've been taught by some dating coaches on YouTube that the truth is inside you and all this other bullshit. But at the end of the day, guys, validation, external validation greatly influences the way we feel about it. It's just the way it is, guys. I have said this several times that if I had to snap my fingers and wake up tomorrow, everything in me was the same, but the outside, let's hypothetically say I was in a house fire, right? And I got burnt badly. There's no way in the hell I'm finna even try to act and tell y'all a lie like I'm finna go in the world and act like I don't see that. Y'all guys remember the acne breakout I had due to my thyroid situation medication and shit. Broke my skin out fucking really bad. If y'all guys don't think that influenced the way I felt, I'll be fucking lying. It did. Okay? I know it's looking good now. The skin looking good now. But at that time, before I had my thyroid surgery when my hormones was fucked up, yes. So a woman's attraction to you is greatly going to influence your mouthpiece because of the external validation. You act more confident, coolly, because you see the attraction. On the other hand, guys, also that greatly influence your mouthpiece is how you feel about yourself. In other words, a woman can find you attractive, but if you just think like I'm okay, like y'all guys hear me all the time when I did a handsome man's privilege video and shit, y'all guys see how I feel about myself. And when I say stuff like I got handsome man's privilege, I'm quite sure a couple of you motherfuckers, you blind motherfuckers, like, man, I don't see what's so great about him. And you know what? You entitled to your opinion, buttercup. You entitled to that. You free to think what the fuck you want to think. See, at the end of the day, guys, it's how you see yourself. This is why you'll see guys who look okay, but got low self-esteem, and why you'll see guys who don't look that great and think they the shit. Because it's all of your perception on how you see yourself sometimes. Okay? So as the great Deion Sanders once said, if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. The same thing goes on with your conversation skills. If you feel like you look good, you're going to conversate good. That's the way it works. Okay? In other words, when you feel less attractive, you tend to start overcompensating by acting a little bit more goofy and playful. You feel like I have to make her laugh. When you feel sexy, you act sexy and lay back and chill because you feel like it's in the bag. You don't feel like you got to go over the top. Okay, guys? So that's what I mean about how you feel. All right? So let's get into these qualifiers on how to rate your mouthpiece. All right, let's do the great mouthpiece first. All right, guys? Number one, guys, you raise women's attraction with your mouthpiece. So guys, we live in this world today, and I don't know where this shit came from. I don't know what idiot dating coach came up with this shit, but somebody came up with this term, burning desire. Somebody, I don't know who the fuck it was. I wish I could just choke the shit out of their ass. I don't know who the fuck said it, but I wish I could just get my hands around their neck and choke the shit out of their ass. Because it's the stupidest thing in dating coaches that listen, guys, here's the thing. Women are not as visual as men. This burning desire bullshit is stupid. Unfortunately, guys, your looks is not going to matter as much to women as women looks matters to us. Men got to stop. What we're hardwired to go after is not what women are hardwired. This is the same thing when I see these stupid ass women go on these shows and tell, well, why you think you'll be a good catch for a man? Well, I make 6 figures. We don't care, honey bun. We don't give a fuck. I don't care what you make. I don't care what your degree in. I don't give a fuck if you got 4 houses and a beach house in goddamn Colombia. It don't fucking matter to us. All we care about is, are you cool to be around with, your energy, and do we find you attractive? That's all we care about. All the other shit we don't give a fuck about. But whenever you see these women go on these shows, one of the first things, well, what make you think a man would want to be with you? Oh, they leave with the money. Who gives a fuck? So guys, women, this whole burning desire bullshit, please put it to rest. Yes, would it be nice in a perfect world, every woman we went out with had burning desire? Yes, I would love burning desire. But unfortunately, guys, women have to have their attraction raised with your intrinsic qualities. I'm sorry, your looks just don't matter that much to women. Yes, every now and then you're going to run across a woman who's going to have burning desire for you. You want to live your life off of that? That's what we basing this shit off of now? Burning desire? Your mouthpiece and your conversation skills and, all the other shit, your ability to provide experiences and all this other stuff, right, is what gets a woman there. If you have a great mouthpiece, you are on a consistent basis able to go on dates with women who had indifference attraction to you. Indifference, that means average at best attraction to you, and you were able to sleep with them. That's what a great conversation guy, a guy with great conversation skills can on a consistent basis go on dates and sleep with them women. And for the record, guys, if you go on a date with a woman, you had a chance. Women do not go on dates with guys who they don't have a chance with. I know we want to, deflect and shit, and we want to blame it. Oh, she just wanted a free meal. Free meal my ass. Now, I do know you got some hungry bitches who ain't got no money and go. Listen, I read the articles on the bitches who go out on 7 days a week and get a free meal every night because the bitch is broke. Listen, I understand that. That goes to my survival. Y'all see how bad women get with survival gets involved? I understand those women. That's a small minority, okay, guys? The overwhelming amount of women don't do that. They won't waste their time with that. They'll flake or just some bullshit. They'll make up. I can't make time. That's what the average woman will do when she just gave you her number to get the fuck out her face. So if you went on a date, you had a chance. And you just weren't able to raise her attraction. Not your fault. You can have the greatest mouthpiece in the world. Sometimes y'all just ain't compatible. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Okay, guys? And sometimes you could have a great conversation skills. If your ass ain't compatible, sometimes it just ain't meant to be. But more times than not, if you have a great conversation skills, you will be able to raise that woman's attraction. Next, guys, you can sleep with baddies without having money. Now, in this sexual marketplace, guys, this is how this shit works. The baddies, the dimes, the nines, and the tens, they get the high value men. They get the cream of the crop. I know everybody want a fucking participation trophy, but that ain't the way this shit works. You don't get no fucking participation trophy. In the sexual marketplace, the hottest women get the highest value men. What you find out from guys who have good conversation skills is that they're able to meet these women off of attraction. You have to have the attraction. I've already said that. The attraction is there. And without having money, without being a high value man, they still able to sleep with these women. see my video about Slim, who worked with me at the club. He had great conversation skills without being a high value man. Far as I can tell, he was sleeping with a bunch of the bartenders, right? Far as I can tell, he would never own up to it, which is another reason why I like him, because it lets me know he don't have a fucking big mouth. So I would ask him, hey man, did you fuck her? He would just like, he wouldn't answer. Which actually, made me respect him more, because that made me feel like, if I tell him something, that I would never hear it again. Okay? But that's what you'll see from guys who have great conversation skills. They able to sleep with the 9s and 10s, and they don't even have no money like that. And just for the record, guys, attraction won't do it. When you start dealing with these 9s and 10s, just the attraction won't do it. You got to have some conversation skills. Because you're dealing with women who get the cream of the crop. In other words, guys, you're dealing with women who can have a man with great conversation skills and money and looks. So there's no reason for her to just settle for, oh, he just look good, he broke, and he suck at conversation skills. He don't got no game, right? His game sucks, but he look good. It don't work that way. It does not work that way. Most women, you still gonna have to stimulate their mind to sleep with them. So I hate to break it for you burning desire boys, but that's just the way it fucking is. The average woman just ain't that big on looks like that. I'm sorry. Next, guys, average mouthpiece. You're able to not raise women's attraction that good, but you're able to sleep with the women who have a high attraction to you. So when you have an average mouthpiece, and like I said, guys, I already explained about how her attraction level to you and how you feel about yourself. So that greatly influences this. All this matters, right? All this kind of leads to this, right? But we put all things are equal. You know what? Let's just base this video off of a woman viewing you as a 6 or a 7. That's a better way, because I understand if a woman views you as a 9 or a 10, that's going to greatly influence the way you act on the date, which is going to make you feel like you got game. I understand that. But let's just assume that the woman is indifferent to you. You are average at best to a 6 or a 7. When a woman sees you as a 6 or a 7 and you got an average mouthpiece, what you tend to see happen is it's 50-50 if you sleep with the women. Opposed to the guy who has the great mouthpiece, it's like 80-90%. It's never going to be 100%, even if you have a great mouthpiece, because y'all guys know how women is. Ex-boyfriends come back in the picture. They feel they liking you too much, and they like, I don't want to get hurt, and so they'll ghost you. It's never going to be 100%. I don't give a fuck who you is. But more times than not, the guy with the great mouthpiece is going to close. Average is 50-50. 50-50 of women who see you as a 6 or a 7. Now, that can be fixed. That can be fixed off of how you feel about yourself. If you do the self-improvement and stuff like that, and you start feeling more sexy, then you're going to act sexy. See, guys, if y'all guys notice, I don't really speak on game, so to speak, as in your conversation skills. I don't really get into that. I believe in just showing up in a seductive frame, looking your best, and letting that be your game. Pass a stupid ass test. You understand? But I don't really get into the other bullshit. Watch your tonality and all that type of stuff. But when I go on a date with a woman, I know to be in my seductive masculine frame, right? And y'all know I'm gonna be confident, right? But I do understand that sometimes and even more so today, guys, with the way women are, as masculine as they are and stuff like that, I get turned off a lot, right? So with women, one reason why you see a lot of men suffer with game today or conversation skills is women are not that soft. And when women are not that soft, it can put you in sort of like a feminine state. You might don't know it, but when women act the way they act today, it puts you in a state of being more passive. So that's why a lot of you guys are gonna struggle with these women today, because this entitlement, all this over the top masculine energy they projecting and shit, it's hard for you to operate in your best masculine essence. And another thing about that, guys, is typically you need resources or to be high status to sleep with baddies. So typically guys with average mouthpieces and stuff like that, typically you need money to sleep with baddies. I was knocking baddies down in the basement, baby. Oh yeah, in the basement. It don't get no worse than that. I know my mouthpiece on point. And all I do, guys, is my mouthpiece works off of my confidence. All I know to do is do the self-improvement, feel good about myself, and it's gonna project out. That's my mouthpiece, my tonality, my body language, so when you feel sexy and the woman is acting sexy because you feel good, so it projects to her and stuff like this, it allows you to be aggressive. Y'all guys understand that? So when I be on a date or something like this, it ain't enough for me to put my hands on a girl's knee or something like that right there. I'm just testing boundaries, right? If she let that go, then I know that's kind of like a little filler I do just to see, maybe about 30 minutes into the date or something like that, just to see, to gauge, you know what I'm saying, if she pull a knee back or something like that. It's subtle, right? Just testing boundaries a little bit just to see. And it also kind of like shows her a little confidence on my side, you know. But getting back to my point, when you have an average mouthpiece, you typically can't sleep with the hottest women without having resources. All right, guys, let's get to the below average. You fuck shit up. You have women who have a high attraction to you or indifferent attraction to you, and you always just fuck it up. These are the guys who don't know about seductive masculine frame. These are going to be the guys who don't feel sexy. And a lot of the times, guys, what I don't want to keep saying it, but basically, guys, these are guys who haven't done the self-improvement the way they should or looks max the way they should. So what ends up happening is they go out with a lot of women that have low attraction to them, which greatly influences their conversation skills. So at the end of the day, guys, it's no getting around the self-improvement, because it goes to the woman's attraction, which goes into how she interacts with you, which aligns with you being more confident, which is going to project out to her and you being more attractive. You just can't get around the self-improvement, even with something like this. I do understand, guys, we have outliers of guys. I lived in the basement. So guys, when I lived in the basement, I ain't had no money to buy no clothes. So I typically would wear just jeans, an affliction shirt. I used to wear the affliction shirts because I was, jack lifting all the heavy ass weight and shit. So I want to show off my little body and stuff. And like some Kohan loafers or something, right? Nothing crazy, no designer or drip or nothing like that. Just some fitted jeans, affliction shirt because they were tight, and some loafers or something like that, guys. But I felt sexy. I used what I had, which was I was in the best shape of my life. So I used what I had to get the attraction. I ain't have shit like this. I don't even want to know what they fucking would have been acting like. But that's the issue with that, guys. If you got an average, you end up you have women that find you attractive and you fuck that up too. But I think that average guy who's watching me is more concerned with those first two, which is great mouthpiece and average mouthpiece. Great, high closing rate, average is 50-50. All right, guys, I'll get back with you guys later.